Whenever you take a class with Dr. Mooney, you're not just a student, you almost become part of his family, and he truly invests in you. So this is something that he has at the bottom of every email he sends out. It says, "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires." By William Arthur Ward. He's truly an inspirer in every way, and his passion really makes you want to do better in your grades and your schoolwork, and it's just refreshing to see somebody that truly believes in you no matter what.
It's just me playing it forward because wanting them to have a better experience and a better launch of their careers. So I do spend a lot of time trying to do more than just get across the subject matter. So we're talking about professional issues all the time, and the importance of building strong networks, and I make them give a 30-second elevator pitch in all my classes, just so that they can get used to meeting new people. And so I do a number of things to just help them realize that it's more than just making a certain grade on the next test. She often jokes that, those who can do and those who can't teach. I disagree with that. I think it takes quite a lot of skill to teach well, and I do try to do my job well.
Lowell is a great teacher, not just because he has an understanding and knowledge of the subject matter, but because he pours his heart into all those students that he mentors. It's more to him than just imparting knowledge. He wants to see the kids succeed, and often, makes them part of our family. I will often cook meals for, and I'm not even a good cook, for international students or for other students that maybe can't go home for the holidays, or maybe it's just a special student that he's reached out to and he's mentoring. He mentors and develops a number of students.
He's got the open door policy. He's always welcoming in his office hours. And I can remember, you probably can too, several nights where Mom's cooking dinner for some of his students coming over, whether that was when he was advisor for Beta Alpha Psi, or even just like, a group project of students coming over.
To Lowell, it's a lot more than just imparting accounting knowledge, and the students know that. They can tell he cares. And my kids, just last night, we were having some discussion about one of the students that had sent him an email talking about he is probably the most caring professor he's had at Georgia Southern. And my daughter, who is graduating from Georgia Southern next weekend, said, every time I talk to somebody that's had Dad for class, I hear that same thing. You can tell he cares. And I think that's what makes him such a great professor.
He's very well respected in the College of Business here, and pretty much everybody loves him around here. He may have office hours from 9 to 11, but if you can't meet during that time, he'll make it work.
He has invested so much time in his students, and just me personally, like I said, I've been in his office hours upon hours. And so I feel like I can't let all of his work that he's doing to teach us and motivate us, I can't let that go nowhere. And he does his absolute best to be available to everyone and anyone who will ever need him.
If I had to shoot an email at 11:30 at night trying to get a homework done, I got an answer. And if we didn't get an answer, he would say, I can't explain this right now, or I can't do this. But he would move a deadline enough time to get me into his office hours and explain something to me, so I got it, so I could be successful. And that has meant so much to me that I don't even know how to put it into words.
Well, I work hard. I show them I work hard, and it's easier for them to follow suit. And students generally will perform to your level of expectations too. So if you expect the best out of them, you're going to more than likely get something close to that. If you don't expect much, you're probably not going to get much.
It's also a God-given talent that he has this ability to teach sometimes without you realizing you're being taught. I saw it with our kids early on. He would teach them how to count money change out of the drawer, out of the ashtray on the way to school, or they learn their phone numbers and addresses to songs, that they didn't really realize that's what they're learning is their name and address and phone number.
He's always looking for a teaching moment, and he's good at it. He finds it 10 times out of 10, really. So.
Well, I can remember at a young age, on our way to school, which, small town Statesboro, our rides are only 10 minutes, but he had this change drawer in his truck that he would pull out, and he would sit there and he would ask us to make me 65 cents and then find another way to make me 65 cents. So instead of just, we had Disney music or Jimmy Buffett on in the background, but instead of just entertaining us on the way to school, we were learning on our way to school.
Change. He would pretend we were cashiers and say, all right, I have a $10 bill and it was
make me
$4.35.
Yeah.
Give me your change.
I remember him leaving really early on a Saturday morning to go do review sessions for them, or staying late on Monday nights. He's always trying to provide study guides. I even had a really close friend from high school who would be at my house when I got off of work at Chick-fil-A, and I'd be like, hey John, are you here to hang out with me? No, he was here to hang out with my dad. So Daddy, I feel like, is a celebrity at Georgia Southern. I know he's won tons of awards. I remember I used to read his Rate My Professor reviews and kind of brag about them to my friends. I'd be like, oh, so many people love Daddy on the internet. Even though what we do is very different, how we do it, I hope, is similar. Thanks so much, Georgia Society of CPAs, for letting me be a part of this video. Dad, I'm super proud of you. Congratulations, and I love you.
Lowell makes it easier for me to believe in me, which makes it easier for me to believe in others. And we all have times when we're unsure of ourselves, or unsure of if we've chosen the right direction, and Lowell continually reminds me that we're doing things the right way.
No matter where you go in Georgia, there's a member there that could help you and would help you out in any way that they could. We got lost in Middle Georgia once, and we called on John Giddens and said, John, we're lost. Can you get us out of this town? And he rescued us. And so it's just great to be a part of a group that respects you and you have a lot in common with. And my fellow society members have become like my family.
Growing up, he had a very strong family life. As an accounting professional, he had very strong mentors. When he went back to school to get his Ph.D., he didn't even know what he was doing, wasn't sure he wanted to do it, thought he'd give it a try, and had very strong mentors, caring people. And I think that's just what he found in his life and knows to give back, because he was blessed to have so many caring people in his life that he needs to share that. He just cares so deeply.
Lowell is a tireless advocate for everyone else in the world. He's such a humble guy. He does so much for other people. Lowell has always been at the forefront of making sure that we are doing our absolute best to maintain that connection to the profession. And I think that really distinguishes Georgia Southern, and in my experience, has distinguished the way that we interact with students and with the profession.
The students really think of Lowell as sort of a father figure, might be a bit extreme, but he's really there to serve as a good advisor for them to move forward into the next part of their lives. Lowell has a pretty good intuition about what's in the best interest of the students, and whether the students realize it or not, immediately he does have all their interests at heart. Under that
Soft-spoken exterior is a man with fierce ideals and fierce faith, and a belief in right and good and justice. And that, for me this year, has been a lot of fun, getting to know the Lowell that has this passion where he can get frustrated and angry and passionate about things, and it all comes from this place of right and good, and that's been the neatest part of this year with him, is getting to know that Lowell.